Serving the Sake, the ruler of the northern Muisca, is no simple task. Especially when a farmer's dull blood flows through your veins instead of the noble's bright carmine. Yet, I do my best. And as Azay often likes to remind me, I do possess some talent, bless her heart. In just a few years, I've risen from a mere guard to the first commander of the royal heir. Partly, I'm sure, due to the strings Azay has pulled within the palace. It certainly helps that my beloved has connections at both royal courts. But more importantly, it's because the Sake's heir has come to depend on me. You see, this should fill me with pride. And it would, if the heir were someone else. Someone honorable, anyone but Kemwencha. There is a profound darkness in his heart. We all see it when he lashes out at his servants and devises plans to conquer our peaceful neighbors. The only one blind to it is his uncle. The Saki may rule for decades more. Yet I already dread the day when Kemwencha receives his gold dusting. Still, it's pointless to dwell on the uncertainties of the future, for the gods have already set a path for us. I can only pray that the Saki will allow me, a farmer's son, to marry a noble courtier. Perhaps, after I help repel this invasion, I can finally get his blessing to marry Azay. It promises to be the bloodiest in living memory. Tens of thousands of warriors are converging on the city of Chokonta. From the south, the Sipa marches with his formidable nephew and heir, Nemekene. From the north, come the Sake, Kemwencha, and I. Both the excitement of the upcoming battle and the dread of the inevitable bloodshed keep me up at night. I hold Azay close before saying my goodbyes. As we march out of the palace, Kemwencha pulls me aside. "This is our moment, Pacanchique," he says. "I can feel it." Something in his voice, or perhaps the smirk on his face as he says it, sends shivers down my spine. Our moment. That's how he described it. And in a way, it was. Not for the countless warriors who perished as nameless, expendable pawns, sacrificed for reasons unknown to them. No, not for them. But for him. In a single decisive move, Kemwencha burned down the leadership of both the North and South. From the blackened soil, he will forge his empire. Now he is being crowned at the heart of Lake Guatavita. For a brief moment, he is El Dorado, the Golden One, until the ceremonial gold dust is washed away. In a few days, Nemekene will undergo the same ritual, being sworn in as the new leader of the South. Our moment. Yes, it was decisive for me as well. He was right about that too. There is no turning back. I can only hope that I chose the right side, for Azay's sake. Azay was not happy with my choice. How could she be? I did what I believed was right, but I did so without consulting her. Still, she understands that it is the right way. The only way. We will spend more time apart from now on. I will be in the field, spearheading my master's quest for domination, while she remains in the Zaki's palace. I wish she would simply bide her time until we can marry. But I know her too well for that. She will play the loyal, demure courtier she despises, while secretly providing me with intelligence on my enemies. It is a great risk. But as she often reminds me, no greater risk than the one I take by leading men into battle. No matter what happens, we must both play our parts. It is the only way. The only way. When Kemwencha stepped off the coronation raft, he declared the dawn of a new golden age. The gods had blessed him with a vision, he said. He is to rule from a palace made of gold. A palace he intends to build. As new actors step into the same old roles, the ancient rivalry between Sipa and Sake continues, and I will be the tip of the spear in their conflict. Although the conflict between Sipa and Sake has slightly altered the border, the two remain evenly matched. The greatest impact of the war appears to be on Kimwencha himself. He has begun hoarding treasures in the throne room, attempting to construct the Golden Palace from his vision. According to Azay's contacts, he now refers to himself as the Son of the Sun. Kimwencha, the son of the Sun God. It would be laughable if he didn't genuinely believe it. I fear we have only witnessed the beginning of his madness. The tribes beyond our valleys are rarely noticed by the Sipa and Sake. However, as both rulers seek to gain an advantage, they are now turning their attention to the Panches. Living in the shadow of our great mountains, the Panches build no grand temples, but make up for it with their ferocity in battle. Nemekene aims to establish them as permanent allies. The Zake, meanwhile, wants their treasure. By filling the Temple of Iraka with Panche artifacts, he hopes to persuade the High Priest to declare him the Son of the Sun. Yesterday's mad dream could soon become official doctrine. I managed to meet with Azay in secret before departing for the Panche expedition. Holding her in my arms after so many months felt like coming home. Her reports have helped me more than once, yet I dread to think what the Saki would do if he intercepted them. I will not stop helping you, Pacanchique. We are in this together, to the very end. As the warmth slowly fades from my chest, I echo her words. To the very end. The jungle tells no tales. Not of the men who died choking as poison darts swelled their throats, nor of the sacred treasures torn from the hands of fallen worshippers. We leave it all behind in that impenetrable forest. The evil, the horror. With the Panches subdued, the conflict is shifting back to the Muisca heartland. My master is pleased with my work. I wish I could celebrate, but Azay's latest report has unsettled me. The High Priest of Iraka has given in to Kimwencha demands. He has declared him the Son of the Sun, a god walking the earth. And the people believe him. Perhaps it's easier for them to accept the Saki's madness if they see him as a god. It makes sense, in a way. Hopelessness is easy, predictable. You can plan a life around it. But if the tyrant lording over you is just a mortal like yourself, no, it's best not to think about it. Just keep your head down and pray that your mad god shows you mercy. With half of the Muisca realm under the Saki's control, the only future I see is one drenched in blood. With his ascension to godhood complete, the Saki's grand plan is coming to fruition. He is gathering every warrior at his disposal for an invasion of the south. Not to be outdone, Nemekene is rallying his armies and preparing for the clash. It would have been just another of the countless wars between the Sipa and the Sake, if not for one troubling rumor. Azay's latest message speaks of a band of foreigners approaching from the northeast. Pale warriors in metal armor, wielding the storm god's wrath as weapons. They call themselves the Spanish. But who are they? Will they be friend or foe? Are they as primitive as the Panches? Or are they a divine punishment for the Saki's blasphemy? Adding to my worries, some of Azay's correspondence has been discovered by the Saki's court officials. They have not traced it back to her yet. And here I am, leagues away, powerless to help her. No matter how many victories I achieve, I cannot shake the feeling of a noose tightening around my neck. The gods have chosen to punish us all for the Saki's transgressions. Nemekene is dead, and Quesada has seen through the Saki's bluff. He is scouring the land for Kimwenchatocha's capital, which he believes to be a city of gold. A city he calls El Dorado. Of course, he will never find it. There is no golden city. El Dorado is a legend born of Spanish greed. A distortion of our coronation ritual, embellished by tales of the Saki's golden palace. To make matters worse, there are now rumors of a second expedition coming our way, led by an adventurer they call the German. The madman has doomed us all. I was roused from a bad dream into a living nightmare when Azay's runner burst into my hut. He collapsed, gasping for breath. He has her. The Saki has her. Chaos reigns in the Golden Palace. The paranoid Kimwenchatocha scrambles to hide his treasures and finds traitors under every rock. It was only a matter of time before he traced Azay's messages back to her. The Saki is convinced that she is a spy who will reveal his location to the Europeans. She has been imprisoned, waiting execution. Execution. My dear Azay, I cannot let this happen. This madness has gone on for too long. The Europeans threaten our very way of life. And here we stand, leaderless. Nemekene is dead, and the Saki's only concern is his precious gold. Harsh words, but I see in their eyes that they ring true. We all have loved ones in the capital. Sons and daughters, a wife, or an elder. My own beloved is held captive there, facing execution over a false accusation. I must go and save her. And I will give my life to save the loved ones of each and every man here. I won't order any of you to follow me on this perilous mission. But if we don't act now, we will never get another chance. Join me. Together we can save our people. I had expected few to join me. But the resounding roar of my army brought tears to my eyes. We are here with you, Pacanchique, for our people, for Azay. My dear Azay, I am coming for you. On that day, we proved that the supposedly invincible Europeans could be defeated. Quesada and Federman have abandoned their plans of conquest, but they leave a shattered Muisca society in their wake. With no one else to lead them, the people now chant my name. Pacanchique, the savior. Pacanchique, the golden one. I earned the latter title when I returned the Saki's treasures to their rightful owners. I have not yet been dusted with gold, but the priests are already planning the ceremony. The age of the Sipa and Saki is over. A farmer's son now rules the Muisca. It feels surreal. Some days, I wonder if I didn't die when I stormed the palace, and that this is all some wondrous afterlife. But no, it's real. I'm here in the Saki's palace, and Azay is with me, by my side to the very end. And Kimwenchatocha. After he fled the capital, he loaded his last remaining treasures onto the coronation raft. He rode out and screamed at the gods for abandoning him. The weight of the treasure was so great that the raft came apart. Encumbered by bracelets, necklaces, and other golden trinkets, he stood no chance of reaching the shore. The last Saki sank at the bottom of Lake Guatavita. There he rules to this day, in the golden palace of his dreams.